What's up? Dr. Rico, coming back at you. Told you on the last video I was going to get a chance to talk about around the world. Again, around the world. Centering yourself, using the usage of the core of your body. So, from here, this is where the L-step system begins to come in. L-step. L-step, what it sounds like. Learning to step in different degrees. The ideal of stepping in angles. In the complete 90-degree angles. So, being able to do that using, as we stated before, the footnotes. Inside of the most important element in Jookin, the bounce notes, the groove. So, from there, let's think of all of this, just the idea that I have my center. I'm centered. I could be right now, I'm centered on both my feet. So, even though I'm moving, all of this is still on the idea of around the world. Like just learning to move yourself around your center. But then we want to get into more specifically the L step. So let's talk about that. You have stepping directly in front of you, the ideal of a clock. This would be the 12. Stepping out to the 3, stepping back to the 6, stepping over to the 9, crossing over. You again, other foot, 12, 9, 6, 3. And you can cross over foot in front. So we're still standing right now. We haven't got into actual walking or jumping or leaping or none of the above. We're still standing right now. The ideal of taking it, we did a quarter bounce. That's simple. 1, 3, 5, 7. Being able, from that bounce, it's not important that you move on every bounce. Right now, this is how you train to actually get clean and step in a different directions. So I just want to show you what still, the concept is all of this is around the world. The most basic concept. So I'm not going to keep saying around the world anymore because we know everything is going to happen around the world. But the importance of it is knowing that I'm learning to step or move my body around my center. And then we talked about from there, gradually we get into what's naturally happening, stepping in direction and angles, which is what the system of L-stepping is about. There's a lot more to the L-step. I showed you a most basic L-step, learning how to step in simple directions. I want you to also add this in. Right now, we're stepping what we call 0 degrees because simply placed, we're not stepping past the foot. I'm stepping at the distance of my foot. All right? So that is thinking I'm still in 0 degrees. Or you can think level 0. So the next thing will be stepping out past the foot. Just where it's like shoulder width apart. This is literally level 1. From there, we will go a little bit outside of shoulder width, which is level 2. Important thing, level 2 is outside of shoulder width, but level 2 does not end until we begin to have to counterbalance the body for stepping. Then everything after that is level 3. So again, you have stepping in level 0, which is literally just stepping right inside of, think of like the feet, no farther than what your foot naturally will go. As far as natural, meaning the size of your foot. Some of you guys have bigger feet, size 14, 15, might have a larger 0 span. But then 1 is when I begin to step outside, still within shoulder width. So right here, you know, your feet are naturally symmetrically inside of your shoulder width, okay? So I'm stepping right there, stepping inside of my shoulder width. Level 2, when I begin to step outside of shoulder width. And the reason why these are gradually levels is because they require a gradual amount of a little more control of your center as you begin to move your body farther out from your center. Then finally, if I was level 3, is when I begin to have to counterbalance my body to step. That is what level 3, when you find yourself having to counterbalance against the step. All right, so you can practice that basic bounce note I gave you. You can practice simply doing it and using the around the world, which is everything, focusing on stepping and never losing your center while doing the L step. Play with the footnotes. You don't have to just stand in flat notes. If you want to stand in toe notes, learn how to step in toe notes. Play with it. This is the key. Learning the bounce notes and learning how to move those around your center, and then learning how to step with the footnotes around your center in the L step is the simplest. Not saying simple by difficult level. I'm saying the simplest ideas of the style. Everything else, no matter how complicated it is either inside of a bounce note. It is either a really creative way of moving around our center or traveling our center. And guess what? It's nothing but stepping in some degree or direction so it falls inside of the L step. Follow me, and I'm going to take you to your dreams in this style. Whatever you want to do, we need you to do.